So welcome, welcome, welcome to Inspire, Innovate, Ignite Conversations That Count. Our topic tonight is how your own life force energy broadcasts out to the world to identify you. And we could make it really spiritual. We could make it metaphysical. We could make it extremely human. And I think I'm going to go for the human aspect tonight. Joining us tonight, we have four panelists. They are brilliant women in their own rights. They are professional women working in the world of energy and spirituality and real life business. And they bring a new perspective to how we bring that life force energy into the world that we project out to our marketplace, to our clients, to our families, to our friends, and how we receive back their life force energy. And I think I'm kind of more interested in what we receive from other people than what we broadcast out, because they are broadcasting at the same time that we're broadcasting. So bear with me. I'd like to tell you a little bit about them. I'm going to be being very rude and taking my eyes off the camera to read their bios. So you can look at my beautiful profile while I do that. Bear with me. Tonight, we have with us Diane Wargalla. And Diane is the author of Living Supernatural in the Natural World. The tagline is never underestimate your ability. As a medium and enlightened sage, she uses satire, humor, and playful banter to coach and educate you in what it truly means to live a life of awareness, that there is a collaboration and interplay between you and your creative thoughts and energy in conjunction with the wisdom of the universe. So basically, I'm not going to interject you just yet. Along with her personal experiences, Diane offers practical exercises to help you develop your own ability to communicate with the greater intelligence that lies within you. As you tap into your ability to communicate with the world beyond what your eyes can see, you expand your insight and express your potential to create the life you've always dreamed of in a world of love, and happiness. Welcome, Diane. Dan, give us a wave so people can see who you are. There you go. Okay. Next, we have Donna Maltz. And Donna has been on my panels before, and she always brings a wealth of information. She's a lovely energy. She lives in Hawaii, and the weather today, I understand, is absolutely beautiful. She's showing it to us. Thank you, Donna. As you continue looking at Donna's beautiful view, soil to soul entrepreneur, inspirational speaker, best-selling author, holistic chef, certified health coach, business and life coach. Wow, Donna, you have it all, Donna. Donna shares her passion and secrets of 40 years of eco-business success. She helps her clients redefine success and wealth, clarify their vision, and have a legacy career that they absolutely love. Donna is a TEDx speaker and the show host of A Dose of Positivity, a weekly live broadcast where she interviews changemakers, health professionals, and thought leaders who incorporate social and environmental justice into their careers. A mover and a shaker. We love all of this. She lives with her nature-loving husband, plenty of four-legged friends, and exotic and edible plants on their beautiful farmstead in Hawaii. Here they run always in-season vacation rentals and offer holistic retreats, emphasizing the benefits of nature therapy, regenerative living, and the culinary arts. Her motto is, "Why retire when I can inspire?" She's got so many wonderful things here to say. As a voice for nature, she shares her love for Mother Nature through nature photography. Profits from her work go to humanitarian and environmental causes. Her books include, actually, I'm going to let you go to her website to see where her books. She's saying, yeah, go to the website. Absolutely, go to the website, and the links for that are going to be in the comments after this panel is completed. And now I'd like to introduce Heidi Henyon. Heidi, give us a wave. Show us where you are. There you go. Pretty in pink. Trauma-aware transformational coach Heidi's favorite thing is witnessing her clients heal, become their own best friend, and see their magnificence and beauty using what she's learned from her own experience healing from extreme childhood abuse and addiction, and 40 years of study, Heidi creates a space where people can safely and quickly heal from trauma and abuse and thrive in life. When we stop the cycles and patterns in ourselves, we stop them from passing to the next generation. Absolutely 100% true. She is multi-certified in transformational and trauma awareness coaching through Avalon Empowerment and Marianne Williams, miracle-minded coach, a somatic practitioner and energy healer. She has 3 Amazon International best-selling books and has collaborated in 2 more sacred spaces and Stop the Secrets. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. Stop the Secrets. At the present time, she is loving the community her retreat center in Northern Virginia is creating, spending time with clients one-on-one and running group workshops. She also enjoys cooking, being active, spending time with her granddaughter, and simply having fun. Heidi is also host of Becoming Your Own Best Friend Tribe here on Sacred You. Welcome, Heidi. I've actually popped into Heidi's tribe and it is wonderful. I highly recommend it. One more lovely person to introduce, and that is Jennifer Whittington. That beautiful shining face that just gave us a wave. Jennifer, also known as the Empire Hayoka, is a visionary leader, highly sought after quantum shaman, soulpreneur, and headmistress of Rise University, the first choose your own adventure mystery academy for spiritual entrepreneurs and light warriors. With her unique blend of spiritual wisdom and entrepreneurial expertise and intuitive gifts, she is dedicated to helping individuals and businesses unlock their full potential. And I think a lot of businesses truly need that spiritual side of the business, that inside out look. As a survivor of childhood and adult sexual abuse and addiction, Jennifer knows what it's like to feel trapped in a personal hell. However, with determination and deep connection to the universe, she was able to pull herself out and create a thriving life. She's received extensive training and certifications in mindfulness, quantum Reiki, NLP, hypnosis, and other modalities, and has advanced training in Ho'oponopono. I can never say that right, but I know you will when you introduce it as part of what we talk about, practitioner and shaman. Through her ongoing studies and training, Jennifer teaches people the laws of the universe and how their unique genetic blueprint, human design, operates within those laws. Her focus on bringing students back to themselves so they can step into their purpose and create a new earth together in harmony and the universe has earned her a dedicated following of spiritual entrepreneurs and light warriors. Sounds like you are a thought leader and a people leader and a wholly, completely engaged person. As creator of Rise University, Jennifer offers training. You're going to get to that in your own personal time when we at the end of our panel. So we can now get to the panel. This is too exciting. So one of the things that when I first came to what I was going to do today, I like to create my introduction on the day of, because everything changes energetically, and I always tap into what people are actually looking for. And about an hour before this panel began, one of our VAs at Sacred You sent out an introduction to tonight's topic. And I remember writing this, but I remember writing it a long time ago. The good, the bad, and what you need to know about your own space. So basically, people don't pay attention to what they blast out into the universe, into the community, into their homes, into their businesses on a daily basis. We take time, we're always looking for what it is other people are blasting at us, what we take into it. And that's what our conversation is all about tonight. It's that life force energy that we broadcast out that identifies us as our signature energy into the world that we inhabit and influence. So our experts tonight are going to be doing kind of a Where's Waldo experience, where we kind of look at what it is that I myself, you yourselves, they themselves are actually broadcasting out that identifies you to everybody around you, how you influence them with all of what you send out. Now, personally, and I'm going to give you my personal, because I don't talk very much other than to ask people questions on this, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion about life force energy. So some people will call it life force energy. Some people call it God spark. And what what I feel it is, in my own personal definition, is I believe that at the moment of conception, you, me, anybody, there was a mini Big Bang. And all that quantum energy that is built into our cells, our neurons, our nerve endings, came alive in that moment. And it was the force of that energy that built who we are cell by cell by cell. As we became real people in the real world, born, birth, the whole thing, we had this light that we shone out. And part of it is designed before we were born. And part of it is designed after we were born. So to me, I believe that we are given every bit of universal energy into that original mini Big Bang. And it's what we do with it afterwards that defines the life force energy that we broadcast out into the world. So that's mine. So the question I'm going to ask our panelists, the first question is, could you define life force energy in your own terms, so that people get to see what you think about it? They know what I think about it, but what do you think about it? Who would like to start? Okay, I'm going to choose somebody. Donna, would you please start?
It was so funny. I was just looking to say, I'll start but that's part of my life force energy is, just always step in. And when I feel the calling to show up. And I loved what you said about, coming into this world, coming into this life. There's certain set things are beyond our DNA. And then we come out and we realize it's not a perfect world, and how we show up and how we transform as we evolve, that makes the difference. And not everybody is as privileged as, say, myself, who's even had many hardships. But when we look at the world at large and we want to help as many people as possible, whether it's through just our humanity, our practices, our communities, it's just showing up in the divine, showing up in the moment, and not to judge, because I know that the problems that are happening in the world have to do with that word judgment, which I see as the demise of humanity. And the worst is judging ourselves for not allowing us to do like what you just mentioned, is make those choices to be who we are, authentically who we are, and how we are here to contribute, each and every one of us. And everybody, no matter where you are, whoever's listening to this, has a special gift. And it's just, most of us have been suppressed by someone or something. And I have something that I teach all the time, and I say it all the time, is the closer we get to nature, the closer we get to our true nature. Because a lot of times those people, those yucky things, those old things, even that we heard when we were in the womb, those are not who we are. It's up to us. And when you go out and you look and you're out in nature, right? And there's that bird flying there, they're listening to me. And it's just soaring free. It's just saying, wow, it's following its intuition. Animals are empathic.
So basically what you're basically saying is, you're saying that empathic piece, that where we pick up on other people's broadcasts of what they're feeling, what their needs are, that is part of that whole concept of broadcasting life force energy. So that life force energy could be in a down place, it could be in an up place, it could be in a magnetic place. And the other piece is that when you are in your space, you're broadcasting out non-judgment. So your signature energy in this particular part of the conversation is saying that I broadcast out non-judgment. That is my life force. That's my energy. Okay,
And
thank
that
you.
comes with love. That comes with love and compassion.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Who would like to go next? Go ahead, Jennifer.
Thank you both ladies for sharing. I love what you had to say, and I would agree. I have seen how I have always been shown is our life force creative energy comes through like the Big Bang. It's through Ho'oponopono where I was able to take that to a deeper level, because when we do come in atomically, our cells get programmed with memory and data that we're bringing in from ancestral parents, past lives, all sorts of things kind of get quantum in our DNA. Through Ho'oponopono, it teaches us to get back to the law of inspiration, back to zero, which the next state is the law of inspiration, which is this divine spark energy. So we get distracted through the memory, the data, the programming, our whole container that we live in. And the more that we continue to get back to who we are, the core energy, and try to stay in that vibration as much as possible, we can live authentically within our divine spark without even having to second guess or question exactly what that is, because we're all experiencing life for the divine. The universe is the energy I'm putting out, I'm also receiving on the other end, and we're all seeing through different perspectives and different lenses to get one big giant picture of everything that's going on. But if we have memory and data that's standing in the way, that's where things kind of get distorted. So the more that that's why I love Ho'oponopono, because it's very simple to do. It takes you back into that zero state where you're in the law of inspiration. And I've witnessed that to where it's like the animals. You don't tell a cat it's not a cat. A dog knows to dig a hole when it wants to. I mean, it's instinct, and we have that inside of us, but somewhere along the way, someone has told us that stuff's not true, and it gets implanted in our DNA, and that exudes within our radiating field until we start to clean. That's why all of us on this panel and light warriors and everything, when we shift, we quantum shift the collective as a whole. So it's always coming back here to us. My clients are always like, what do I need to do? Clean, do your healing. When you heal, it will shift the outside, because the outer world is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. And that is what you're exuding out within your radiating field.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, what you're suggesting is that we're all born with beautiful energy in us, and that things happen and we kind of lose the connection to it. And what you're suggesting is that if a person can reach that, so that what they're broadcasting out identifies them as a lost person or a broken person or a hurt person or whatever that person is. And what you're actually saying then is when they hit the reset button, they can go back to a clean slate of who they originally were and redefine to themselves who they are authentically. And that identity then gets broadcast out, redefining how they're seen in their world. Thank you. That's I think I see you nodding your head, so I think I did it right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you
So much. We now have Heidi and Diane left. Between you, are you going to fight it out? Who's going to be next? Okay, Heidi, go ahead.
I'll go next. I'm not going to fight it out. Everything all of you have said is like, oh, well, I was going to say that. Well, I was going to, because it's so true. There is this, I do believe that we have this internal spark in us that as we get closer and as we remember it, I was recently doing Carol Mace's sacred contracts with a client of mine. And it's interesting, they talk about how when we're incarnated, we decide these things that we're going to do, but then we go through the river of forgetfulness and come into birth. So we've forgotten all the things that we thought we were going to do, yet it's inside of us, and so I think that a lot of what reflects out of us when people listen, and this is, I think, the part that I want to put into this, is as we learn to listen to somebody else's life force and somebody else's life spark, we can see through the stuff on the surface. We can see through the things that are caught in their head, the limiting beliefs that they're acting from, and all of that. And we can just honestly understand that they have a gift to give us. And we can listen for that and hear that. And that's the same with listening inside our own selves. You know, what is our gift? Getting past the things, using Ho'oponopono and other tools to sort of, because we don't forget all the experiences and things that happen to us, yet we kind of understand their meaning and how they helped us to grow and move and change in this world. So as we're remembering our true self, we can then also relate to other people. So it's kind of this almost infinity that goes on between people and all the things around us to feed into. And I think that's true with the life force of nature. Why so many people, when we get into nature, our own life force shines so much, because it is the one place. I had a pretty severe childhood. You can read about it in my books if you want. I don't write a lot about it because I don't think that's necessary. But I know when I was little, I grew up on the side of a wildlife preserve in Massachusetts. And when everything hit the fan, if I could get out to the house and get in nature, I could just feel it wrap around me. I could feel it not judge me. I could feel it hold me, and I could feel it fill me. So I think when you can have the experience in nature of that flow of energy, also it makes it easier to listen to other people no matter what's coming out of their mouth. You know, and get under. I studied with this one teacher, one of the energetic work. She taught us how to get under the surface of the energy and through what was blocking to get on the other side. And it's an amazing technique. So that's my success.
I think, well, personally, I think you brought another piece to it, which is humans aren't the only ones that have a signature energy. I call life force energy signature energy as well, because it's what really defines us to ourselves. If we can get to that place where we're not afraid of ourselves, to see what that actually is. And it also defines us in the broader world of nature. When you walk up to a stream and you put your feet in the stream, you know the signature energy that's flowing through that stream. When you put your hand on a tree, you know what that tree is telling you, if you're open to it. So thank you. That brought a beautiful other piece. And I loved your idea of that infinity loop, because we are conceived with it. We grow with it. It flows through our lives, and it takes us back to our regeneration each and every time, no matter what that regeneration is. So, and we broadcast out that regeneration as well. Other people feel it, and it might not make them feel too comfortable when we're finding out who we are. Thank you, Heidi. That was a brilliant give. Diane, you are our shining light, waiting to give us what you got.
Hello.
Hello.
So as a collective, what I have learned is that, just even if you think about it, that, people have been saying for years, oh, the energy in that room was so thick, you could cut it with a knife. We are all very aware of who we are as human beings and the energy around us. On a healing level, when someone is in pain or in distress, having the ability to reach them on an energy level as a high frequency person and a person in pain, you can come down and meet that person at their level and into that energy, because each one of us, although we are a collective, we have our unique frequency that consists of the frequency of our heart, our organs, everything it's like the fingerprints on your fingers. It's unique to you as part of a collective. So myself, and I'm sure all the healers here, we all around the world have the ability to meet each other where we are. And then without judgment, be able to start discussing, how did that serve us? How did that serve you? It raises the frequency. Are you able to let go? Because as I'm in that frequency with that person, no matter who it is, be it a client or otherwise, when they allow themselves to open up to the frequency and the unity heart to heart, you can actually raise the frequency together of them and start rising together and bring in that the global part of just soaring, that forgiveness, that understanding, that love, and just let it flow and start allowing yourself to feel the unity of the entire planet. Discuss the heartbeat of the oceans that literally works within the heartbeat of our own heart and how it pumps our blood throughout our system, and come into that beautiful flow of unity and rise the frequency together. And then send it literally to the world as we come into that understanding of that self-forgiveness, that self-awareness, that unity of neighbors and compassion and provinces and countries. Just come into that global selfness of who we are as that collective, and the healing that comes into that, and the empowerment that individual feels in that unity is, I know many of you, Heidi just covered it beautifully, as did Jennifer and Donna, with the nature of life, allowing ourselves to come into that energy frequency and literally feeling it. So when I'm working with a client, because I can feel that energy, I'm able to also share it with that client and come into that beautiful dovetail, and then start raising the frequency together. And with that comes that heartfelt feeling of calmness, connection, unity, global consciousness, and a feeling of just now that all that has gone on in the past is just that. It's the past, just feeling that beautiful unity with self, with unity of each other, and with nature in the now. And just feeling and coming into that beautiful moment.
How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? So what you just basically told, as has each one of our panelists in their own ways, basically you've just told our viewers that if they can come to that place of allowing other people's energy to allowing themselves to allow other people's energy to merge with theirs at some point when they feel safe enough, that they can then change up not only their signature, what they're broadcasting out to the world, but also have an impact on the other person, and then other people coming out as a collective, just kind of branching out and out and out. So what we're looking here is, the question we were asking was, how do we broadcast out our identity to the world? Donna, I believe, suggested that it's all done with compassion and non-judgment and love. And Jennifer is saying that it's from a perspective of the human design perspective. And Heidi is saying that it's also done in that infinity loop, where it's something that continues on and on and on. And of course, what you just offered, Diane, which is that collective, where we impact the collective, but we also take back from the collective. So putting that into human terms, one sentence each, what could our viewers do to, looking at their own life force, how it's working for them right now? One thing, what could each person do, very generically, to change up their outbound broadcast to be seen differently? One sentence. It's a challenge. Okay, Diane, you go ahead. You can't have two sentences. You only have one.
Walk barefoot out in nature. Absolute walk barefoot. The energy of
nature.
The energy of the planet will come through you and to you, and start bringing awareness to the surroundings of nature around you. It will totally ground you. Our ancestors globally had it right when they used to wear leather shoes, so that we could receive through the pads of our shoes even that the Schumann resonance of the planet, the heartbeat of the planet will come into you and totally balance. You can feel the calmness just settling right in. It gives you a clearer head, calmer, more connected. It is just such a beautiful feeling. If you have the means in which to purchase leather-soled shoes, by all means, get out there and get them. When we wear rubber-soled shoes, it's just like wearing a tire on our feet, and it blocks us from that energy.
Thank you.
Get out there barefoot.
I loved your run-on sentence. Thank you very much. Okay, jump right in. Somebody next. I'm not going to call you.
I'll add to that because I was going to say that too, but I'm going to add into hugging a tree and spending as much time in nature as you possibly can. Because like I started off with, the closer we get to nature, the closer you will get to your true nature. And that's that energy that we want to reverberate out, because we are nature.
So
I
we've
would go
got
on and on, but I'm being respectful.
you. Okay. Thank you,
I'm
Donna.
kidding. I
No.
love what you said. So it's great.
Well, we are broadcasting our life force energy right this minute, and people can feel it. Absolutely. So we've got bare feet or leather-soled shoes on the ground, so you feel the earth, and we've got hug a tree because you're closer to nature. You're feeling it there. Who's next? Jump right in. I think Jennifer's unmuted, so you're next.
I'm going to say get your human design, because then you can understand your genetic, unique energy and how that co-creates with the universe. Depending on your type, your aura is going to play a huge factor in that, and how you're actually broadcasting the energy as it flows through you.
Human design. Thank you.
Human design.
Excellent. So those are tools, and we've got the human sensibility of touch and feeling and energy pouring through us and pouring back out. Heidi, what you got?
It's my bandwagon. Become your own best friend.
Yes,
You can
absolutely.
become your own best friend internally. You will simply broadcast that out, and your essence will be uniquely you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we've given some incredible wise information to the people who are watching so far. I'm going to ask Sophie, Sophia, do we have any questions in chat on any platform? Not yet? Okay. Okay. Whoops. 1 second. Technology. So technology isn't always our best friend. Being human and broadcasting what we feel out defines us to those people around us. I'm going to ask you, it's kind of you might have already answered this question. What do you think makes some people shine brighter than others? What makes some people shine brighter than others?
I think it has a lot to do with what, depending on where they're at within their journey and facing themselves. The more that, I was recovering from alcoholism and addiction, I wasn't really shining that bright. And the more that I started to go through my work and heal my past trauma, self-love, poured it in, I started to notice that my light was shining differently. I can see it on the videos that I do. Other people mention it to me as well. So I think the more that we start to face our own shadows and merge and marry that too, that light really starts to exude from us.
So don't be afraid to. What makes some people shine? Yeah. So what makes some people shine brighter than others is perhaps that those people, in your perspective, from your experience, have brought themselves through some darker places and dealt with some issues, and so they're bringing themselves from a redesigned place. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Who's next? Donna.
Go ahead.
She unmuted herself faster than anybody else. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm glad you did. It's perfect.
I just say energy vampires. Energy vampires suck the energy out of us, whether it's a person, a job, an environment, toxins, energy vampires. Identify what those are. And those are the people when they allow themselves to let go of those. And it could be a family member. So when you separate yourself from those vampires that are sucking your energy, anybody can shine more. And it happens almost instantaneously. Like we've all seen people just, walk out the door and eureka, or get in their car and drive off and wow, I feel better. And then whatever it takes for you to unleash yourself, whatever vampires are holding you back, then we can shine. Then even toxins in our bodies, which I'm dealing with right now. And so we just got to be ready to let it go, and our light will shine way brighter.
Okay. So we've got giving permission to stepping away from the people that basically suck you dry of all your shine, your shininess. Thank you. Heidi?
I'd like to put in here too about shining. Some people shine quietly, and some people shine boldly, and everything in between. So in case there's anybody listening who's kind of like, well, I'm very quiet and I kind of sit in the background, some of the most powerful teachers I've had have been people who are so solid in themselves, who are so kind to their own being, that they just kind of exude this brightness without saying a thing. So it's, again, for me, it always comes back to what's inside me is what will shine out. Am I comfortable with myself? Am I comfortable in my own uncomfort with myself? Because my head still does judgment. We have the conversations in our head. We're not mono minds. We have multiple beings. Sometimes it feels like living in our head. The kinder we are to those, the more we can exude that kindness and that love and that compassion. And I think especially in today's society, people are really looking for that.
Leaders,
so that's why,
leaders who are good and solid.
Yeah.
And shining that confidence, that wisdom.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be big and bold and broad, although it can. When I'm on stage, I'm ridiculous. I'm all over the place. I can't help it. It's like my whatever comes out and I just go nuts speaking and talking to people and having a blast. Yeah.
Give me a microphone. Just give me a microphone.
We're in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yet there are lots of places, especially when I was in corporate America and at some of the levels I was working, where just sitting in my own presence and my own heart and allowing that to come out, I was very silent, but the room of people were being very, especially if it was getting a little bit tense in the room. I found the easier I sat into myself and my solidness, everybody around seemed to kind of calm down. And again, it's that infinity that I was talking about. It's the grounding into nature, even though I'm sitting in a boardroom and exuding that kind of peace and presence, everybody just starts to feel it.
They want it, they need it. And it's creating sanity in an insane place at times. Yeah. So it isn't necessarily my question then has just gotten changed. It isn't how is it that some people shine brighter? It's how is it that some people's shining affects everybody else? I think I just changed up my question. Thank you, Heidi. That was really important to hear. Diane, shininess.
Hello. I know, I'm always the quiet one in the room. I found at a very young age, people were I have a very contagious, distinctive laugh, and I'm happy to share. So I literally have people in my life that will call me just to simply hear me laugh. And they just go, there it is. That's it. I'm good. And they're good for the day. Now, the way I start my day every day is through meditation. So I'm calm, I'm grounded. When I come into the world to start my day, I'm responding to the world, not reacting to the world. And I find that when as a general rule of thumb, when people realize and come into the acceptance that their energy reflects other people, comes with a huge responsibility. Therefore, I can no longer blame someone else for the way I'm feeling. I can no longer blame someone that I was a victim. I get to choose. So when I choose the higher frequencies, and then other people see that, I've literally had very unhappy people yell in my face that it was obvious to them I've never had a bad day in my life. And ironically, they yelled it in my face while my mother was in 30 days in palliative, of which I was her primary caregiver. But to them, to that individual, I looked like I had never had a bad day in my life. And I just responded back, I was really sorry that their life was that unhappy. It's just like, what do you want from me? I'm going to present myself, because I think I came to a realization at a very young age. Being an energy worker had a great responsibility of what am I going to do with that energy? Because it does reflect, as the collective, it matters. So when I care about people, I care from the heart. When I love people, I love from the heart. When I forgive people, I absolutely forgive and do not hold grudges. So when I hear people in pain because they're holding on to those lower frequencies, helping that person to be able to see how powerful they are and how they can come into what did we learn from that perspective? How can we move forward from that perspective? How can you step into your empowerment of choice as to, I'm going to start my day and today is going to be the best day I've ever had in my goddamn life. This is it. It starts right now. Happiness starts right now. And then we learn and we grow and experience together as to how to make that happen, how to make that our new reality.
Brilliant.
So I figured it out as a long time ago.
And that was probably before you even realized you were a healer.
That's right. It was.
Yeah, it was.
I realized I had a responsibility that when I entered a room, my energy enters before me. What's it going to be? Happy or miserable?
All incredible awakenings for the people who are going to be watching the replays, the people who are watching online right now, whose comments we haven't seen yet. If anybody has a comment, we probably have about 15 minutes left. I'm going to take this moment now. I have another question to ask you, but I want to have a chance for each one of you to let everybody know what it is you would like to gift them at the end of this panel discussion. So you can talk about your business, you can talk about the gifts, the bonuses that you would like to make available to people. And I'm just going to turn it over to you now. I think we're going to start with Heidi first.
Thank you. I would love to gift people, if they go up to my website, which is HeidiHenyon.com. I'm very fortunate. I am the only Heidi Henyon so far that if you do a search, I'm the only one you ever find. So I have my books. You can download an e-version of my books for free. And if you'd like, please schedule a half-hour conversation around anything that you do. I work primarily with people who have had pretty severe trauma and are ready to be done with it. So it may be somebody that has, gotten clean from drugs and alcohol or some other addictive substance. As a matter of fact, I don't even think of addiction as addiction. I think of it as a very high level coping mechanism because we don't want to be in pain. So when you're ready to go beyond that label, that's when I really love to work with people. So I would, free consultation and my books.
HeidiHenyon.com. And all those links are going to be in the comments once this, the replay of this event has been posted everywhere. Diane, what would you like to make available a gift to people?
I offer the services of what I refer to as a soul reading, because you are in fact a soul having a temporary human experience. I have the ability to tap into your personal frequency, see where you are at the moment and where you're going in the future. Any hurdles that might be coming up, be able to see around them and through them to get you through it faster, more efficiently. Quite often people will book a soul session with me in order to get unstuck from where they are at the moment. I offer mediumship in which to contact your guided and coaching currently on my website, dianewargalla.com. you will see that I offer 60-minute sessions. For this bonus, I would offer you a 90-minute session, so 30 minutes complimentary, as well as when you do book from this site, I will mail you an autographed copy of my book, Living Supernatural in the Natural World. Never underestimate your ability, which has it's available on all Amazons, all English-speaking Amazon, and I believe it's going for $29, and with taxes, what have you, it's an over $30 savings. So an extra 30 minutes with me, plus an autographed copy of my book that I will mail you.
Brilliant. That will also be in the comments under your name at the end of this, once this has gone, has been set up as the video.
Excellent.
Donna, what would you like to offer?
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
wow. I would like to offer you all to come here, and I will give you a discount on coming to an Always in Season Farmstead retreat. And also, when you go to my website, donnamaltz.com, I have several beautiful gifts. I have Conscious Cures, 33 cures to get through any kind of trauma and illness that you might be going through. There's also copies of my books on there, or chapters of my books, and some other ebooks that I've written. And also there's a link on there if you want a nature therapy session, or you would like to just talk to Mama Donna about any of the topics that all these amazing people have brought today. You know, it's kind of like, that's what I do. I just help people find their way in this beautiful life and use their beautiful energy to move forward. And every one of us is different. It's bio-individuality. And I'm also a culinary chef, and I would offer anybody and a certified nutrition coach to help anybody. You can talk to me about any of those things, whether it's the nature therapy, the culinary arts, or just getting energetically connected to yourself and grounding. I love that. Anyway, I love all of you guys, and I just encourage you to check out all of us. We all have wonderful things to offer. And again, I'm at donnamaltz.com, and you'll be able to see my retreats, my books, and also my nature art that I do. And when you order from the Eco-Spired site, you get 20% off on everything that I do. So have a look, and I'll love to visit with you soon.
Thank you. Oh, I'm I definitely want to come. I think I've got a few friends that might want to come too.
Let's do it. We'll do a great energy retreat here. We'll bring them.
Let's
That's
all
what
go.
I'm doing now.
Let's
I'm
all go.
starting to co-create retreats with people. I love you
Fabulous.
guys.
It's mutual. Oh, Diane is ready. Jennifer, what would you like to offer our wonderful viewers?
Yes. Well, if anybody would like to go check out Rise University, they can. You would be able to find our community, our free community that's run through Mighty Networks. It's app-based. It's called The Courtyard. When you join, you get a free activation. If you're someone who it really resonates with Rainbow Warriors, Light Warriors, you know you're here for a greater purpose. This is a great activation for you. Inside of the Courtyard, there is a plethora of information. There's a hall of records. You can do research from all different things. And then from there, you can check out the University, which is a monthly subscription. And we have the temple full of all different sacred tools and activations to help you. And we've just got a lot of stuff going on at Rise University. But if you're ready to really step into a leadership role, get out of your own way and build your empire and start co-creating a new earth, and you like choose your own adventures and mystical themes, Rise University is for you.
And those links will be in the comments under our replay. Fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much. I think I've asked Heidi. I did ask you already, didn't I? Short-term memory loss. What can I do? Okay, so the only person that's left is me. I'm Sue Rumack. I'm an empath brain retrainer and an overwhelmed strategist. My ideal client is a highly sensitive, empathic person, quite often professional person, who is reaching burnout at the sensitivity level. And I basically use somatic practices, life coaching, 16 years worth of experience in helping people to move from that overwhelmed place to that place where they take back the calm in their lives and take control in a beautiful, helping, healthy, exciting kind of way. They basically start to shine very quickly. At the moment, I am offering a beta release of a brand new, it's not brand new, but it's a group coaching program virtually through Zoom. It's called Calm the Overwhelm. And it's 9 modules. It's 9 live Zoom sessions with all kinds of wonderful things attached to it, where people are basically taught how to make use of that energetic network around their bodies to feel the life force of everybody else that's coming at them that they don't want to let in, and they want to still be non-confrontational. So you can go to my website and check that out. It's overwhelmmasterclasses.com. It's going to be in the comments as well. I'm a life force activators tribe host on Sacred You, and Heidi Henyon is also. Unmute yourself and you can just tell people what your tribe is one more time.
Yeah. It's becoming your own best friend.
Becoming your own. So we've got Life Force Activators tribe and we've got Becoming Your Own Best Friend tribe. I think we should be shaking hands and doing things together. Okay.
I agree. I love your tribe, by the way. I didn't get a chance to say that earlier, but yeah, I love your tribe.
Oh, we have so much fun. We have so much fun. And it's always different. And it's unique. Well, every tribe is unique. So thank you very much, Heidi. I'd like to before we actually close off this panel, I'd like to remind everybody that this is the first Ignite Inspire conversation that's being held during our launch month at sacredyou.love, and we are. Sophia just gave me a funny look. Did I say something wrong, Sophia? No, she's going no, didn't say anything wrong. Okay, so we are. Sacredyou.love is finally launching an incredible meeting community where we have probably close to 30 hosts. I can't even count the number of tribes anymore. The panel discussion, not the panel discussions, but the tribe meetings and the conversations and the readings that are going on multiple times a day. You never have to be at a loss for what to do if you don't know what to do. It's global, it's online. Well worth checking out. And I believe that if you join for $1 Australian right now, you get 3 weeks access to everything, including Heidi and me and Sophia, who is a brilliant woman in her own right, and all of the other 30 hosts that run incredible programs and teachings and sharings, playful stuff too. It doesn't all dark and heavy. It's playful. If you love it in 3 weeks, don't do anything, and it will automatically click over to a monthly membership, renewable. And I believe that at the moment, Sophia, you're going to have to remind me, is that $15 a month right now, Australian dollars? And at some point in the future, that will be going up. But at the moment, you're locked in for $15. So Sophia, please come online. If I've missed anything, please fill me in. What did I miss?
You haven't missed anything, Sue. Thank you. I've been sitting here. I've been having a wonderful time listening to all these beautiful and amazing people, women who are sharing all their passion and knowledge about, life force energy and how what happens with it and how we can ground ourselves. So thank you. And no, Sue, you haven't missed anything. Yes, we are launching now Sacred You. We're launching on the 19th/20th of May, 20th here in Australia, 19th on the other side of the world. And I'm the only one who is here in Australia. So 19th of May, we are launching. And yes, you can join us now just for $1 Australian. You get 3 weeks trial period where you get to join Sue's tribe, Heidi's tribe, or any of our other tribes. We've got human design. We've got all things on metaphysical, self-development, and so much more for 3 weeks. After that, it's just $15 Australian a month. And that is locked in, as Sue's saying, on the 20th of May, 19th May, that will go up to $20 Australian a month. But if you join now, it won't. Only 15. Do click on the links. We have coming up over the next 2 weeks some amazing events. Tomorrow we have an Empower You masterclass. Then on Thursday, Jennifer, not Thursday, the next day, whatever day it is. After that, Jennifer will be joining us again for the evolution of quantum consciousness. And the day after that, our beautiful Sue is back to help us to teach or to facilitate a masterclass on how we can control overwhelm, because Sue is the overwhelm expert. So do click on those links and come and join us. And thank you, everyone. Oh, before we go, we have had people watching us, and I'm sorry, we've only got their comments in. We've got Bridget who's watching us, and she's saying that this is brilliant. If you were to each to connect into your gifts, what would the channeled message be for this collective? That
With
is
hearts.
wonderful. With hearts.
Do we have time to answer that question?
We have time to answer that question. And
Okay.
then just really quickly, Terry Cousins is saying, hello, beautiful souls. So
Hello,
yes,
beautiful Terry.
yes. So Bridget would like to know that if you're each to connect into your gifts, what would the channeled message be for the collective? So I'll leave it up to you, Sue. Hand it back over to you.
Heidi, did you want to start?
Sure. I actually know of two of mine that have been mine all my life. One is the ability to deeply listen beyond what's on the surface and being presented. And then the other is an ability to bridge unusual cultures and beliefs into sort of the regular social norm. So I've always been a bridge between cultures.
That is your channeled message, to bring yourself into a place where you can be a bridge for different pieces in your life. You've got your own bridges, but for other people out there, the channeled message is find where you want and need to bridge, and then let that come through you.
That and the ability to deeply listen beyond what's on the surface.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Jennifer, you're next. What do you got?
I would say my channeled gifts are, I'm a Hayuka empath, which means I serve as a really strong mirror, as well as I read your energy before I read anything else that's coming into me, because I'm a genetic blueprint reader. So my channel message would be just come authentic as you are, because that's exactly what you are showing out into the world. I just serve as a reflection back to you on that.
So other people can be a reflection back to other people in their lives as well.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. Diane, what you got? What's your channeled message? And I know that you've got a channeled message.
I am actually just taking off on TikTok under Diane Wargalla Medium. And one of the segments that I'm doing is entitled Living Beyond Your Five Senses, in which I am revealing 23 gifts beyond the typical five senses, which I know because I experience them every day in my life. I know each and every one of you has the same abilities. So when you start tapping into your strengths, the rest just follows suit, like it's like putting that last little snowflake on an avalanche, and it just starts to come racing in. It's quite often experienced like untying having one hand behind your back your entire life. And suddenly when you step into your gifts, the rest of the gifts unravel and start to reveal themselves. And you just experience an entire new life that you didn't even know was even possible. And it's all total unity with each other. It allows you to express yourself in an environment, in a world beyond what the physical can see. It enhances your life and the world around you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Donna.
Oh, I just love what you ladies just said. And just to encapsulate and almost put it in story form is unity and community builds our immunity. And that includes our gut microbiome, the soil microbiome. It's interconnecting all of life. And 80% of all life lives beneath our feet in the soil and under the sea. And it comes back to that judgment. When we judge what we see, oh, I love your beautiful hair. I love what she's wearing. Oh my God, what is she driving? Or he smells so good. But when you pick a piece of fruit and you bite into it and you go, ah, this is delicious. You smell the flowers and oh my gosh. But when we don't take care and we don't see that inner soul, that inner light, that inner love in other people, and we look beyond the person in the hospital bed and we look beyond the homeless person on the street or whatever we're seeing, and we're judging that nasty lady at the grocery store who might have just found out she has to have a double mastectomy. The judgment, we go deep into that soil, that microorganisms inside ourselves, and get in touch with everything from the soil to the soul, and remind yourself to do that for yourself too. Because a lot of times we look in the mirror and we go, I look like crap. But we got to get beyond that, because some days we will. And as we age, we get wrinkles, and as we get gray hair. And that doesn't mean we're old. Maybe our bodies are changing, but it's an attitude of gratitude and a sensation of knowing that deep, deep self, that deep, deep love, everything that we've been talking about. And remember, when you pick a piece of fruit off the grocery store or off a tree, to honor everybody who touched that fruit, from the farmer to the worm, to the grocer who put it there. And then there's that unity, then there's that inner connection. Then we find that divine purpose for all of ourselves, for why we are here. Because we don't take things for granted when we are not being judgmental. So get rid of the judgment and open our hearts.
Beautiful. Wow. I'm going to step in now and give mine, because normally I don't, as the facilitator, as the host, but I'm a soul connector, I'm a soul guardian, and I'm channeling pretty much 24/7. I'm never not in communication with my guides. And the channeled message is to go very, very, very quiet inside yourself. Just allow yourself to telescope down into that gentle place where your own God spark is, where your own life force begins, and just feel yourself connect with who you are at your source, and let the messages come through for you, and just hear what your own God connection, soul connection, universal connection, whatever you want to call it, is giving to you in that moment. And you can do that anywhere, anytime, even in the middle of a busy grocery aisle. You can just take a moment and phase away from it and connect with that deeper, deeper soul part to get the answer that you need at that moment. And it might only be for that moment, but that moment is the most important moment of your life today. And it will change tomorrow. And just be open to changing messages and changing importances and changing values, and coming more into who you are, one tiny little baby step at a time, and be patient with it. It's a lifetime journey. So that was what I just channeled for all of you.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much. And Bridget is still watching, and she's saying, well, these are all amazing. Thank you. And thank you, Bridget, for tuning in. I hope it's been a real help. And again, thank you, everyone, for being here. And welcome to our sacred community. I'm really looking forward to all the upcoming events with Jennifer and Sue and Heidi. Heidi is also coming back very soon for a masterclass on overcoming shame. That shame, why is it here? How do I make it go away? That's only next week. So do click on the links come and join us. And for anyone who does join us today, not only will you receive everything that we've just mentioned, join us for $1 and you get everything for 3 weeks trial, but you'll also get access to all the recordings of all our 15 events over the next couple of weeks. So that will also be given to you as well for anyone who joins us today. So do click on the links in the comments below. And thank you again.
So we have, let me just clarify here. We have 16 masterclasses over the next 15 days. Is that correct?
15 masterclasses, 11 masterclasses, 4 panel discussions over the next 16 days.
Amazing.
It's only one day where we're not.
Okay. So thank you very much for everybody for joining us. Our topic has been how to connect to your own life force and understand what it is you broadcast out to the world and what other people broadcast back to you. So thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully we will see you again many times over the next 15 days.
All right. Thank you and have a wonderful day.